2. How are we?
Hey,
everybody.
Hello to all out there. Hey.
And a very, very special welcome, lads. We have to say thank you, Sue, for joining us. We've missed you.
Yes, hello, Ice Queen. How are you?
Yeah, that's very awesome that you're
There
here,
she
Sue.
is.
Thank you so very much. And before I go on, while Sue's here, I just got to show Jim what's coming in the mail sometime soon. Ready, Jim?
Yep. Yes, sir. Ready to go.
Jim
Oh,
Taggart.
all right. Ha-ha. Excellent.
So there's that
Oh, I've
one.
got a
And
genuine Woolies bag.
another packet.
All righty. Well, you're very
And
nice,
then
sir.
you only get one packet.
Okay. I'll enjoy them all with my coffee. Wonderful.
Well, you have to come on live. We want to see you eat a Tin Can live, mate.
Oh, no
Put 'em in
problem.
the-
Yeah.
Put them in the fridge.
And
Bite each end off, then stick it in your coffee.
oh, mate, they were a bargain, man. I got them for
Use
$5
the Tim Tam as a
packet.
straw.
So Woolies had them down to $5 a packet.
Well, I thank you, Jason. That's very nice of you. Very, very
Oh,
kind of
you're
you.
welcome, mate. I mean,
You,
$5
You're
for
not-
one packet.
geez, you got ripped off. They
how's
were
that?
2 for $7 last week.
Were they?
Yeah,
Bloody hell,
that was at Coles though, I think.
mate. When I do get out, I go when I'm sending my errands. Hey, Bilge is here finally. I go to Woolies and that's about it. Yeah. Here he is, Digger.
Afternoon, gentlemen.
Afternoon,
Afternoon.
Bilge.
Wandered in. I was at a mate's place. It was his 28th.
So
Hello,
he's 28
Bill. How are
and you've got
you,
a
sir?
mate.
What, 28th can?
No, I had to drive, so I only had a couple of beers and then took a roadie and I just popped it now.
Okay.
They gave you a license.
Hey?
How'd you get a license?
Kellogg's packet, same way you did.
Yeah, out the back of a Wheaties box.
Hey, you boys did remember back in the early days when driver's license for a little sliver of paper from New South Wales.
Yes.
That was it.
You want to know the story about how my old boy got his license? He got sprung by the local sergeant picking his old man up in the Leyland from the pub because he couldn't walk.
What,
The
a local
sergeant followed him to
476?
the pub, then followed him back, and then pulled up behind him, walked up to the old man and said, "Come get your license in the morning, young fella."
There you go.
That's how my old boy got his license.
Well, my dad, was 94 when he passed. He got his license at 15
Yep.
because he got pulled over in the timber truck driving his father home.
Basically the same story.
My grandfather was a timber cutter, Jim.
I'm sorry?
A
My
lumberjack.
grandfather was a lumberjack, basically.
Okay.
Had his own sawmill.
Nice.
Yeah, these guys will know where Goulburn is. Nearly all the timber in those houses came from his mill.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a lot of wood.
So, Jim,
Yeah.
when the wheel was invented, what did you all think?
I'm sorry. Say that again, Jason.
What was your first thoughts when they invented the wheel? Were you all surprised around that era? Or
Well,
what?
I thought to myself, I'm not going to have to walk too much longer or to get around to every place. I'll be able to use whatever they put these things on,
Yeah.
like cars and bicycles and all kinds of good things. Yeah,
You know, and you've got
Parts,
your old mate
roller
Fred,
skates.
Barney, Wilma. Yeah, how were they?
yeah. It's getting to be warm enough around here to ride my bike on a regular basis. So I mean bicycle, not motorbike, but bicycle. And I'm glad to be doing that because that's my favorite mode of transportation.
Mate,
Breaking out your pushy.
the internal combustion engine has been developed. You should get on the board of that.
Well, it keeps my waistline thin and helps the metabolism burn off some of the excess stuff that you know how it is, slows down as I'm getting older. So got to keep active in some way. So walking
That's
and
easy.
cycling is the way I do it.
And again, mate, thanks for joining us from Chicago.
Oh, well, thank you. Hey, I was on with Peter earlier today. We had a nice chat for about an hour and a half. He we got a little bit of a late start. We were supposed to kick off at 4 a.m. his time, and he got up right around 4. So he was still making his coffee and getting himself situated when we kicked off. But yeah, we had a great time, man. It was fun. It was really cool. He's a great guy, and I watched his channel he just started or recently started at Discover Thailand. Where he's going all around to different places. Yeah, nice.
Cool.
He set sewer challenge.
We'll kick off with James. How are you, mate? How was your week?
Yeah, good. I had a bit of a surprise this week here at home. I had my oldest daughter come and stay with us for 3 nights. And this was someone that I haven't seen or really had much to do with in the last 3 or 4 years. So it was quite a pleasant thing, to be honest. I was expecting, or I'm still expecting, hey, Dad, can you? But it hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
Hide the bank card.
yeah. But nonetheless, it was a good few days of having her here. So certainly not the same teenage child she was the last time she was here. Because the last time she stayed here, she was an absolute brat. But that didn't show this time. So yeah.
And Go for Paintings joined us. Awesome. So we should get a few more turning up. Mate, that's awesome. And that Spit's looking good, but we'll get into that a bit soon.
Yeah,
Cool.
I was going to say, James, that's looking real good. What are you going to make yours up to be? Is that going to be an Aussie Spitfire?
Yes, it will. Yeah, it will. I only painted the dark sea grey on it today. After putting on the blue tack worms, I've got a few areas I need to do a touch up. Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's coming along great. It looks fantastic. I love that. I love the way you got it patterned out with the worms. It's I've tried that a couple times, and it just, I don't know, it works, and then it seems like a lot of labor. So I usually wind up going back to freehand. I spend a lot more time doing it. It's a little bit more labor intensive that way because I have to go back, touch up, one color to another. But finally, I get it right. But I have tried the sausages, as the Englishmen call them. I've tried that method, and it's good. I just got to spend more time at it.
Oh, that's it.
Looks awesome. And Simon's up and on. He's got a lot of work and everything, and he's out west in Western Australia, and he's all over the shop. So it's always great when he turns up. But yeah, this is the new format kind of thing. We get as many people on as we can, and if you ever want to come on, let me know. Just email me, Sue, and it'd be great to have you on board. Paul, what are you doing there, Squire?
I am building Pete's fire engine that we made him buy.
Oh, that's the one. Okay. Right, very good.
Yeah, that's real hard to twist that arm, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Saturn V's still sitting in a box.
So what have you been up to, mate?
Yeah, just building the fire engine, taking the car for a good run when I can. But with double flybys on at the moment, I try to behave.
Okay.
Now, petrol's too expensive to waste.
Only $112 for the tank.
Ooh, wow. What are you driving?
6-litre Commodore.
Okay. So after you started it, how long do you have to rebuild?
Usually about 3 days.
Yeah. George, what's been happening, brother?
Trees, more trees, rain, fencing, and I got all the stencils done on this.
Yep.
So now it's
Looking good.
up to the markings.
Yep.
Looking very good. I like it.
Then you
Jim,
can weather it.
Yes, sir.
What have you been doing during the week?
Well, I've got. Oh, hold on. I'll be right back. I'll bring them here. Hopefully, the light will you'll be able to see what's going on. Basically, the same thing I was doing last week. If you know,
Well, we don't take any notice of what you say. We just, it's great year. We don't listen to you.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Be right back.
Right. Well, we got a time out for Jim. Come back. What's happening, champion? What have you been up to?
Not a lot. Had most of the family gone down quick over the last 2 weeks, including myself. So things have been pretty quiet. Haven't done a lot of time at the bench or anything. Just trying to get through work and get everybody back up to health. So
That's it. Okay. And Jim's back. He's got a light on. Is anybody home?
I actually forgot to mention Thursday fan service as well.
How'd it go, Bilge?
Yeah, no, it cast an eerie shadow over the memorial. It was actually quite spectacular.
What, you're getting affected by the burn-offs up there as well?
Nah,
Jim's got something.
Okay, gents. Here it is. Let's see if you can see it. That's my Italian Mk C202 Folgori. I got some primer on it. I'm going to start painting it this week. Got the glass glued on and masked. See, can you see it there? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's one.
Say that again real fast.
I'm sorry. Say what real
Say what it
fast?
is real fast. You're saying
Here's the Achilles. Still working on this. I'm putting extra gear on the turret, and I'm going to put some on the hull and other areas. So still messing with that. Got the crew I got painted, but I haven't installed them yet. And then a real labor of love. This is the hull for the Dragon Tiger 1 that I'm doing. Here, let me get it over here. This is initial production. It's one of the first ones they made. And here is road wheels and road wheels and more road wheels. 32 in total. So you want to build a Tiger, huh? No wonder they lost the war. All those crazy ass tank designs. Let's see, what else have I got going on? What the heck? Why did I suddenly lock my brain? I don't know. Anyway, that's what's happening with me. Oh, I got the Tamiya F-14 Tomcat. That's coming up next after I finish the Folgori. So,
nice.
Tiger.
which version?
the F-14A, the one with the carrier deck with the launch set.
Oh, nice.
I got that from the Models for Heroes American auction during the last M4H weekend in March. So I outbid another guy, and all he had to do was go about $5 more than me, and I would have waved my hands and said it's yours, but he didn't. So I wound up taking ownership of it. Don't ask me why. I just suddenly wanted that airplane, and being a good American, I was going to spend myself into what I wanted, no matter what. So.
You've only had one video.
Yeah, that's what's happening. You guys give me a minute. I'm going to go get my coffee. Oh, I got to have it at 2 a.m.
You do, mate. You do. Well, as you can see, gentlemen, nothing. Oh, actually, something's happened. You can see I've managed to get the bench done on that side. I've redecorated the floor. It's still so much. That back corner cupboard over there, from floor to ceiling, is just kids. Like, literally, there's no room in it, and it goes up higher. So it's not one of those cut-off cupboards where you just got the roof and that's it. It goes up a lot higher, and it's there. Oh, and there's still kids there. It's unreal everywhere, but so there's that. Nothing's been done. I'm still trying to locate stuff and bringing it up downstairs to up. Business is dealing with that as well, but somehow I don't know what is happening. I've got the doctor's appointment. Hey, Scale Multimania, I have something going on in my body because I'm heading to the doctor's, and it's like I have no energy or I have a little bit, then it's like being hit by a brick wall. Like the whole body just feels like it can't move, and it's always sore. So, not sure what's going on. But that's what the doctors to sort that out. Hey, Mick, how you going, buddy? Welcome. And yeah, so I'll find out, and I'll either keep you informed or the what's name wife will keep you informed. It is. There you go. Mr. Wayne. Everybody say hi to Wayne.
Hi, Wayne.
So Wayne
G'day.
used to own BB's Hobbies. Remember how I used to rave about BB's Hobbies and Wayne and all that? That's the man there. BB's Hobbies only closed down a couple of months ago now. And literally, and you guys know me, you've known me for a long time now, that gentleman there on the screen, that looks like he's put sunscreen on his mustache, but he hasn't. Or he's just eaten. No, it's a beard. It is. He's got a beard. You would not find a kinder, more caring soul on the face of this earth. Literally. You would not find anybody with a heart like that man. I mean, we haven't had a chat in ages, unfortunately, because he's been busy, I've been busy, and we should make more time. But literally, for what he did up there in Mackay, what he does for his fellow man, it's nothing for him to go into his back pocket for somebody. I mean, unfortunately, not only would he give you the shirt off his back, he'd give you the shorts and his underwear, and nobody wants those.
No.
Yeah, no thanks.
Unless you were homeless and needed a tent. Oh, sorry.
Well, that's not nice.
Well, it's true. Yeah, it's true.
Not nice, but true.
Hey, I've told him to his face. I said, lose weight, you arsehole. I don't want you dead. Yeah. He is just the best individual in. Yeah, he's that good of a person. Yeah, it's like the Michelin Man had a love child. You know, you didn't think the Michelin Man could have sex. He didn't. But if ever you go to his channel, and I'm not sure if he's going to pick it back up again when he gets time, because his job entails he's pretty much on the road so much. But if he gets his channel back up, have a look at some of his modelling skills. Just, I don't know if any of you subscribe to it, but go and
I'm going there right now. I'm trying to get to my trying to open up my YouTube app. Here we go. Okay, Scale Model Mania. That's what it is. Okay, I'm putting it in right now.
He should have called it Scale Model Maniac.
Well, either way, I understand.
It is an
okay.
addiction.
Here we go. Subscribed. Oh, turns out I already am. All right. Well, that's what happens. You subscribe to so many channels, you don't remember how many of you got. Okay.
Yeah, I'll find that. I'll go there now for you, Sue. So we go. Hang on.
Make sure I'm subbed.
Let's see if I'm subbed.
So let me ask everyone here a question, seeing I'm amongst all Australians. This past week was Anzac Day, and for me, an American, it was the first time I was made aware of that. I mean, I know what Anzac means, and I've read about it, and I've read about Gallipoli and the history of the First World War, and Australia and New Zealand's contribution during the Second World War. There was a panel discussion on a YouTube channel called World War II TV, and it's run by an Englishman who lives in Normandy, France, and he had a panel of Aussies and Kiwis on there, and they were discussing from various age groups. They were discussing what Anzac Day is to them and how it was, how it is, and how it's still represented today. And just out of curiosity and also respect, is it like Remembrance Day, like Veterans Day? Is it a day where is it a national holiday?
Yeah, it is a national holiday.
Ah, okay. Because here at Veterans Day is a federal holiday, but like government functions are closed, schools are closed, but private businesses still run if it's on a weekday, of course. Like last
Shops
year,
don't open until 1
Saturday.
o'clock on Anzac Day.
I'm sorry?
Shops don't open until 1 o'clock on Anzac Day.
Ah, okay, all right. So it's nationwide. It's not just the government. It's private sector as well.
Yes.
That honor it.
Only the proper companies don't open until 1.
Yeah. Well, when I was watching this, show, one of the viewers chimed in with a comment. He asked about the day. Has it been commercialized like we have in America for Memorial Day, which is the last Monday in May? That's our day to celebrate or commemorate and remember those who gave their lives in service of our country and those who still continue to serve and have served. But it's been turned into a business holiday. It's been turned into a sales holiday, a retail holiday, and a hangover day, as I call it, because it's always on a Monday, and Sundays in America before Memorial Day is just picnic day, and everybody's out and about. And he made a good point that the original intent of it has been kind of forgotten.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to hear that with Anzac Day, it's taken very seriously by the community at large in both countries.
It is taken very seriously, but our government has failed it and the veterans by allowing it to be so commercialized. So many businesses and organizations make millions and millions and millions of dollars on Anzac Day for their own benefit, and none of it gets forwarded on to any veterans groups or RSL itself or Legacy, which was originally arranged for widows. Legacy was for widows. All that's all so commercialized and none of it's forwarded on.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. The host of the show is, like I said, he's an Englishman, and he said that Poppy Day, November 11th in England is it's or not England, the UK. Sorry about that. Anybody from the UK? Pardon me. That it's like, okay, everyone wear their poppies. Well, maybe someone to have Remembrance Day in a different way than wearing a poppy. But that's
we have a similar thing. November 11th here is Remembrance Day for us as well.
Right. Yeah, it used to be for us in America for the longest time. It was Armistice Day, and then it got changed to Veterans Day, and we tend to think of it as veterans of American veterans. When it's really meant to be. November 11th, 11th day of the 11th month at the 11th hour. The Great War ended, so it was about a global conflict. But I guess each country celebrates it in their own way. I mean, Remembrance Day in Australia, Remembrance Day in the UK, Remembrance Day in France. I don't know if they even mark it in Germany. I don't know. I don't know if that's even on the calendar for them.
Mate,
anyway, I wanted to get a little piece of
Wombat bag.
What's that?
Sorry.
Wombat's got a plastic bag jammed up his butt.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
I'll tell you,
building a Land
bags,
Cruiser.
Those things are so bleeding noisy. Every time I open up a new box, it's just crackling in my ears. Like I want to put earplugs in. That stuff is so loud.
Hang on 5 seconds. First up, welcome Harry. Welcome Sir Richard. Thanks for joining in. We're up to 20 people before. I know if we're doing this like thing. You guys if you do, that's great. Much appreciated. Slowly we'll get it up there where lots of people want to join in from all over the world. But
Such a big place.
Well, that's what I like. I was talking about that with Peter earlier today. Is like, I asked him about how he got his channel started. He told me it was basically during the pandemic. He was in lockdown, and so he decided to start doing something and got himself started. A lot of people created their YouTube channels in that period, and it was an opportunity to share. And here we are, thousands of miles apart, and we're having a chat, person to person right now. It's for me, it's a wonderful thing. I mean, I love this. This is really built up my enthusiasm and love for the hobby because I can share it instantly with people all around the world and talk shop and even just have idle chat and conversation with people. It's great. I mean, I've really become a kind of a live chat groupie. Every time there's a live chat,
it's stalking, mate. It's called stalking.
What's that, Jason?
It's called stalking.
I'm sorry. Say it one more time, please.
It's called stalking.
Stalking. Yeah. We call it that here in America too. In fact, that can be a pretty serious offense. So, yeah. I mean, I just fell in love with it. Now here I am. My mug is on television. So this is wonderful. I'm having fun with this. Oh, what you
there
got
you go,
there?
Jim. Pete's first ship.
Oh, is that it? Is that the Cornwall?
That's the Cornwall.
That's the one he was talking about. He said he was trying to remember that today when I was asking him what was his first model, and he said that was it. Yeah, it's a county class cruiser, right?
That's the one.
Yeah. The old HMS, the Canberra was designed the same way, I think, right? She was lost at Savo Island, I think, Canberra.
Yep, in Solomon Islands.
Yeah,
right.
But she was designed like those British county class cruisers, like Suffolk, Norfolk, Dorsetshire, things like that.
When Sam eventually sends me the Cornwall that she's not going to build and she wants to send me, I'm going to see if I can modify it into the Canberra.
Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah.
Just like I want to get a lender class cruiser, so I can do the same thing for Sydney.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So Jason, how's your Spitfire coming along?
It's somewhere in a box in this room that
In
you can
pieces.
see where everything's on the floor and.
Oh, that's right. You're making a transition to upstairs, correct? You're
Yeah.
moving your stuff up to the next floor.
Yeah, and doing outdoor paints at the same time, and
Right.
running a house, and
Looking after children and
looking
family.
after children, grandchildren, and being a cook at the same time. But my aim this week, I've got to ship out some Tim Tams to you, to Ed, and to Jim. Jim
Don't
James.
send the Vegemite.
What's that?
Don't send the Vegemite.
No, mate, they don't get that shit.
No, they don't even know how to use it. They put
No.
Vegemite on like peanut butter. That's wrong.
But anyway, so the aim is to get this sorted out, and I can get on over there and sort that out. But mainly get this stuff over to America. I found out the big. What am I saying? I'm not looking pretty ugly. To get this stuff to States, and as I said, I found out the reason why Brett's having trouble over there because his stuff has been in the States for 6, 7 months now. It's the two transport companies over there arguing between each other.
Really?
They're saying he didn't get a customs clearance. One's saying he did.
Yeah,
And-
well, that kind of red tape is just, I guess it's just part of international shipping. I don't know. I mean, I'm new to all of this ordering and getting stuff from far overseas. I mean, I think I've made a few transactions. Well, before Brexit, I used to order from the UK, but once that happened, the post going from UK to America is prohibitive now. I mean, it just isn't going to work. I mean, Phil Flory, he's got a lot of good stuff on his channel, but ordering from the UK to America, forget it. I mean, I'm paying almost as much for the post as I am for the order.
Yeah.
So, but
I
customs,
agree with
yeah,
that, Jim.
yeah. I'm sorry. What was
I
that?
ordered some sanders and his washers. Right. Back
Did you
during.
ever get them?
Yes, I did twice. Well, first.
Oh, you're still waiting on it?
The first lot never arrived. But when I got onto them, they sent another lot out straight away. Only took 3 weeks.
Well, our dollar doesn't help the situation, so it always makes everything from the US and the UK twice as expensive.
Yeah, only
That's
cost me
right.
$180.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
But on good news, Moss's channel is going. Moss's website. He was telling me the other day he's just got so many inquiries, like for pre-orders and that. Because he's actually having to restock on just to cover the RAF and the other colours that were already gone. But so that's all got to be put together as well. But it's great that he's getting so much attention over there. And I don't know. Hang on, well, how many days before his website goes live?
Shouldn't be long now.
It was 46 2 weeks ago.
Here we go. $18 days, 15 hours, 28 minutes.
A little over 2 weeks.
So is it 8:30 there?
I don't know what time it is there.
I'm sure it's 8:30 a.m.
Sue can tell us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what time
right,
is it in
James.
the UK?
Yeah.
8:31
6 hours.
a.m. in the UK.
Yeah. UK is 6 hours ahead of me here in the Midwest. So, yeah, they're enjoying their early Sunday morning. So, I wanted to ask you, are you guys being affected by that all that ridiculous mess going on in the Red Sea with those with the shipping problems and ships being attacked? It's causing hell worldwide with shipping problems. I was just curious to know.
Yeah, because they got to go down. They got to go down around the long way now.
Yeah, around South Africa, right? Yeah, that's crazy. That's
It
crazy.
only took
A few
6
weeks ago,
months
they
for the
sunk
Gannet
a
to get
damn
to Australia.
container ship, didn't they? I think I saw one going under on some world news network. I mean, my God, how much of a mess is it out there? Is there any way to do anything about it as far as like navies of the world getting together and providing like a, like they do a no-fly zone in some countries? Can they do like a safe passage zone in the Red Sea and in the Suez? I don't know.
I've been keeping tabs with a bloke. His channel's called "What's Going On with Shipping," and he's actually been following the Key Bridge incident and also the Red Sea incident. And apparently America's starting to pull out of the Red Sea because there's no longer American flagged vessels going through.
Yeah, well, that's probably going to make everything more expensive.
Chinese flagged vessels, Chinese cruise vessels with armed escorts on board.
Yeah, kind of going back to World War II with the armed merchantmen they had going across the Atlantic against the U-boats. That's some pretty treacherous stuff.
Well, there is a freighter, a tanker, freighter. Irrespective, there's Iran have a ship that currently does racetracks in the middle of the Red Sea, and it's being used as a spotter. So all the ships that turn that AIS off, so that way they're not being tracked.
Right.
But this ship will get visual confirmation, and then use it, and then they use the information from that ship back to the Houthis, who then launch the attacks against the ship.
It's like the Germans with their disguised raiders back in World War II. Remember those things? They look like merchant ships, and then wham, they'd raise their flag and lower the gunwales, and they got all their guns out there. Oh my God!
That's what happened to HMAS Sydney when she come across the Cormorant.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I saw this morning the news about the French escorting more asylum seekers through the channel. Even after they pulled 5 dead bodies out of the water, they escorted the rest of them. That's pretty sad. They give them millions and millions of pounds to stop it, and the French keep doing it.
What is that, James? What you said channel? You mean the English channel?
So in the English channel, I don't know how many days ago it was, there was a rubber boat full of illegal immigrants crossing from France to England.
Okay.
they say like there was like 50, normally 50 to 60 people in these boats. Well, there was about 120, and 5 people fell out and drowned. But the French Navy asked them, did they still want to continue? And they said yes. So then the French Navy escorted them to the English side of the channel, waited for the Royal Navy Lifeboat Institute to come and then pick them up and escort them home.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, we had
James, I
the
think you'll
famous
get the angry teacher look off Ice Queen.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Well, my in-laws, my wife Kelly, she's from Dover, which was where these immigrants ended up at, and they're kind of the forefront of the destination of where these people make it to.
So are these
My ex-father-in-law was a
French
10-pound
citizens who are trying to migrate out of their country, or are these immigrants from other nations coming to Europe and then looking to get to England?
Yeah. Well, the true meaning of asylum seeking is to the first safe country, not going through 23 countries to get to one you choose. Country.
Well, we've got that. We've got that in with Central and South America. Yeah, people coming up through Mexico and coming into America through there. Yeah, and back in the 80s, we had people trying to make it from Cuba, 90 miles from Cuba to Miami or South Florida, and they were under the same kind of abysmal conditions. We called them, and then there were the boat people. Remember that at the end of the Vietnam War, and in the years afterwards, they were trying to leave Vietnam and go across the South China Sea.
Well, I'll just let you know, my wife's actually an asylum seeker. She's seeking to put me in an asylum.
Well, that's understandable.
I think that's all our wives, though, Jason.
Pretty much.
He's just trying to choose the right
Don't
asylum.
have one.
I was about to say, I bailed.
So, Jason, are you working on the Lancaster at the same time as the Spitfire?
Yes, mate, I'm doing that. And shut up, Bill, about a tank, or I'll shove it up your ass sideways.
Hang on.
And Paul,
Show him the
has
photo,
mate.
Paul.
Hang on, I'll show you what it looks like, Jason.
Yeah, thanks, boys.
That's the tank they're referring to, Jim.
Yeah,
Very nice. I like
nothing
that.
like
That's what
it.
it's going to look like when he eventually finishes it in the next 50 years.
Is that the Tamiya, the recent Tamiya?
I've got no idea. Pete built that one.
It was about 3 years ago. Tank? What tank? Harry, sit on and spin.
This is what a Lancaster looks like, Jason.
Is it?
Oh, wow.
Jeez,
Is that
who built that for you?
is that the 48 scale kit?
That's the 148 HK.
Right, the HK. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
geez.
I'm waiting for HK to scale down their 820 to 48 scale, and I want to build one of those. I've always liked the 820. That's a sleek looking medium bomber.
Shit.
I'm hoping the Dan buff to come to Australia because Hachette still has Australia on their pricing on their.
B&A have the HK one now, Bilge.
Oh, look, I've got one there.
I want that Partworks one because doing what Nigel's doing makes it look awesome.
Yeah, there's one there, and there's, I think the other. What do I do with it? There's another. Oh, it's downstairs. The other. I've got two 132 border lengths.
Oh, are you gonna put those in like a separate home, Jason? Two 30-second scale Lancasters. That's
yeah. One's going down to the museum in Canberra in front of G for George, and the other one that'll be into a coffee table, built into a coffee table on its own runway and everything. So last up.
I like that idea. That's nice. That's
well, you've got the lounge room to put that in, Jason. There's enough room in your lounge room.
Yeah, I do. So yeah, that's where that'll be going. So
or your next office desk.
Yeah, or my next office desk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually started taking a couple of my smaller kits into work.
You know,
I've
that's
actually
one
got
thing I'm
great
having
model.
to do. I got my model cabinet behind me here, and I've got about 50 kits all built, I should say. You know, I just counted them a few days ago, the ones that are done. And
50.
some of them I don't mind moving on from, but I really don't know where. And then I remember there's a very small air museum about 20 miles from me. And I visited last September with a friend of mine, and they take donations of all kinds, including unassembled model kits. You can give them those if you want, but you can also donate finished models. So I'm going to contact the guy and find out if I can bring some out there to him. And, you know, I've got about, I looked at what I have, and I've got about 10 or so I wouldn't mind parting company with, because I've got another one of the kit in my stash, and I know I could make a better version of it, because some of these are like 20 years old now, and, you know, not as good as I can do nowadays. So some of them could be sharper.
Well, there's
But I
one
do need to
like
make some room because I'm getting
It's
maxed
kind of
out.
like my Dragon 1700 Charles F. Adams class destroyer.
You
Even
boys
though
ready?
I've got a second kit, I'm not parting with the first one because I'm going to make Brizzy even better.
You boys ready?
Yeah. What's that,
Ready?
Jason? I can't see it.
No, you won't be able to. James, you ready?
Oh, that's your pink primer.
Pink primer, boys.
Nice.
And there she is there.
Hmm. Interesting.
As smooth as a baby's butt.
Yeah,
One
well,
kid
it's Outlaw Paints delivers. Oh, Jason, did you get my photos I sent you?
Yeah, I did. But
Yeah.
can you put clothes on next time? I don't know, mates and everything, but hey,
No, the P40, I sent
yes,
that
mate,
one
I did.
because
Very
that's the one
lovely.
yeah, the P40 is, I wanted to make sure you got that one because that's the one I used the Outlaw Olive Drab on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
Very
that's a nice
nicely
one.
done, mate.
Thank
hang
you.
on, let me- I tell you what, this whole business thing, when you got all these bloody emails, you've got everything. It's just crazy.
Well, hold on, gents. I'm going to go get another, I'm going to top off my coffee. Be right back.
Hang on. Okay, I'll bring this up on the big screen, and we'll have a look at Jim's. No. Where is it? Where is it?
I know
I
we all
can
take the
recommend-
piss out of. Sorry.
Here you
I
go.
can recommend one kit for everybody. The ICM Beaufort.
What do you think, boys? Has it come up?
Not yet.
No.
Hang on.
I have a real life both at only 13 kilometres from my house.
Oh, that's nice.
Woosa.
Eh.
Tidy.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Yeah, that's the old Otaki. I don't know if anybody
Oh, I've got
remembers
that
that
kit.
name. The Otaki P40E. That's done in the Aleutian Tiger markings of, I think it was 11th Air Force in the Aleutian Islands.
My mum's
Yeah.
father worked on P40s in Papua.
P40s were everywhere. They were the airplane at the right time. When everyone needed one, they had them. So heavy as a truck, but they could take the punishment. Yeah,
Wasn't
there
the
you go.
P40 originally designed for the RAF?
That's a good question. I know that they were building an export version when the war broke out, and then the Americans pulled them back. But I know that they did send a lot to the British. Primarily, they used them in North Africa, and You know, the original story of the shark's mouth, from what I understand, is that this British pilot said that he was inspired by what he saw on a German Bf-110 twins. Oh, there it is. That's the Achilles. Yeah. My photography sucks. I'm just using my phone with no lights. I'm just trying to get some decent background light behind it. So I've got to really improve how I take photos.
You ready for
Take
this,
them
boys?
outside.
Ah, there you go. Now that I'm looking forward to those.
It's even the chewy caramel ones, Jace.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
mate. Chewy caramel ones, boys.
But you didn't give him the originals.
No, mate. No, I thought I'd step it up, get them next level, and
Ugh.
You can't go past the original.
Yeah, looking forward to the Tim Tams. I'll feel like I'm just a little closer to being an honorary Australian, but I got a long way
mate,
to
you're
go.
all fucking way up. I can tell you.
I got a long way to go to earn that title.
Way.
To become Aussie, you need to eat a cold pie, drink a hot beer.
Cold pie drowned in sauce.
Brown. Yes. Yeah. And it's got to be stinking hot.
Yeah. Well, I gotta see around here. There's nothing in the immediate area that we live with that's indigenous that wants to kill me. So I'm pretty lucky for that. With that, I'd have to get used to that. Like what were you guys talking about before? The brown snake.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, King Brown.
Those are
Eastern
nasty.
brown.
King brown.
What's that?
King
Paul?
brown, taipan,
Okay.
death adder,
Death Adders.
Tiger snake.
tiger.
Well, the what
Bandy Bandy.
is it the New Zealanders that call Australia the land of the spiders?
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've lost track of how many Kiwis I've worked with in the tree game. You'd roll a barrel over to do something, a piece of bark will come off. A huntsman spider. I mean, the damn things are near on harmless, but they're the size of your hand.
Oh my
You know,
God.
it'll come running out. Next minute, you, "Rah!" and he's gone. And it's just like,
And they
Just
make a
a
very
fine night.
satisfying sound. when you
Bill,
hit him with
I
a
think I'd
vacuum
be
cleaner.
ahead of him. I think I'd be farther away than he was. So
It is
it would take me a while to get used to it. But yeah, you just
I'll be right back.
where you live. So
Oh, pardon me.
I've lost track of how many times I've been working, and then all of a sudden I feel something crawl up around the back of my neck. I'll go like that, and it'll be a huntsman, and it's just like, get off.
okay. Now, what are the nasty spiders there? I mean, the ones that you don't want biting you. What are
Funnel
those?
web.
Redbacks,
Funnel web.
funnel webs,
What's that?
Funnel
What was that?
funnel web
The
spider.
funnel web.
Funnel web. Okay.
Yeah, you got 15 minutes.
Oh, that's all? Whoa.
That's it.
Or there's some more slower, painful way with the white tip.
Yeah.
You just slowly drop away.
Wow. If you
You tell-
do you
You
have to
tell the
worry
pest
about your
controller
dogs?
you've got white
Do the-
tips and you've got kids. They're there in 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty tough. Do you have to worry about your pets coming across them? I mean, do like a friend of mine lives in Alabama and he's got a
replaceable.
dog, and the dog knows to stay away from the snakes because sometimes I see him come into the yard, but the dog knows not to go near him. I'm just curious. Do your pets like develop a sense toward what's dangerous to them,
Well,
like you do?
Builder's got dogs. Well, I got dogs, and we've had a few Joe Blakes turn up in the backyard, and they go off their heads, and they know, like they will let you know there's a snake in the yard, and I'd say Harry, he's more stupid than Coda. She's a husky, but Harry will go the snake. If he has to defend, he'll attack the snake. And especially if any of the grandkids are in the yard, mate. He'll bail the kids up away from the snake.
Okay.
But Coda, she said she's not a wimp, but she'll just howl, and the snake will just go.
Yep.
What do I do?
Don't talk about spiders. Sue's watching.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry,
Hey.
Sue, but yeah, spiders freak me out too. I like I said, guys, I'd have to get used to it. But no, I'd love
carry
to go
it
down there. I'd love to
in.
visit Australia. I want to see the Australian Armor and Artillery Museum. That would be my first stop. And
That's in
I'd be
Cairns.
there like a week.
Yep. And not only that, but if you go to the Cairns Museum, you'll get to see the bridge of one of the best ships in Australia.
I'm sorry, Bill. What'd you say?
If you go to the museum in Cairns, you'll get to see the bridge section of one of the best ships in the Australian Navy.
Ah, and that is?
HMAS Brisbane.
Ah, okay. All
Now
right.
that's down the War Memorial at Canberra.
Oh, it's at Canberra, is it?
Yeah, not Cairns. It's at Canberra.
Ah, sorry, Cairns, Canberra. Yeah, asked about face. My bad.
Same population.
Well, anyway, yeah, I'd like to get down there sometime just to be there, just to say I was there. So it's talk about being on the opposite ends of the world, but I mean just the environment and everything is totally different from what I'm used to here in the Midwest.
And
Yeah, no, the Canberra Museum's a good one too, if you get the time.
because
Like
soon
the War
back.
Memorial.
Yeah.
I'd like to get into their storage facility.
Oh,
My boy went there on a
yeah.
school
You know,
excursion, and as he was
wouldn't a lot
walking
of
in, the
people-
Centurion tank out the front, and he walked
Yeah.
along and he put his hand along the track of it, and he actually took footage of it. When he showed me, I said, "Do you know your pop drove one of them?" He's like, "What?" I touched the tank that my pop drove. I'm like, "Yeah, dude, he drove Centurions." He was like, he was blown away. If he had known, he would have spent more time there at the tank.
There
Yeah.
is so much stuff at the War Memorial in the storage that will never be seen.
Yeah, there's a comet in there as well.
Oh, really? A comet? Okay.
Yeah.
So much. Yeah, it's unbelievable what they hold in there that'll never come to the public view.
Yeah, there's a few events held here and there in across the states, but it's there isn't too much in Illinois. If there are smaller events, and there's a few museums here and there. The big ones are like the Aberdeen Proving Grounds in Maryland, but that's kind of tough to look at because what they do is they park these really nice vehicles. They got nothing else to do with them. They leave them out in the elements. And Maryland is a pretty humid, rainy climate, and so what the hell is that?
That's a spider.
It's a funnel web.
That is an Australian funnel web spider.
Whoa!
Right, so
Sorry, sir.
How big is that thing compared to say my hand?
That's about in scale right now, depending on what
That's
size
about your
screen
hand.
Wow! No, thank you. Well, if you want to see me
Okay.
run
Hey, Plastic
screaming,
Monkey.
And they like sand shoes or sneakers in America.
oh, okay, yeah, that's the other thing I was thinking about. You would, you guys put your shoes in like an armored locker or something like that.
No,
Nah.
you just give them a tap and they'll come out occasionally. You give them a bit of a spray with something.
Yeah.
And just remember the funnel web can jump.
Yeah,
Oh,
that we
Jesus.
forgot
What,
to
it's
tell
like
them
what is this thing like a bouncing Betty? Comes out of the
Yeah.
ground and grabs you by the throat or something? My goodness.
that. It actually pulls a knife.
Wow. Okay. Well,
And
I'll tell you
the
what.
King Brown,
I'll come up with a suit of armor, and then I can come to Australia. That's what.
the King Brown will chase you as well.
Oh, the brown snake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
King
they
Brown.
chase you.
It'll chase you.
And
Wow.
Plastic's here. Woo! And his
All
channel.
right, plastic monkey. Hey, how
We
you
all
Well
doing?
know he's building some awesome crap. He's just going hard. Well done, mate.
He plastic
And not so
monkey, he
much
likes
is going
his,
on upside down anymore.
That's because he's
Plastic
putting
monkey likes
reading
the 30-second
instructions
scale
up there.
stuff. He builds a lot of 30-second scale aircraft.
Hey, Bill,
God.
can you send me those photos of you with that big carpet baggie you're carrying?
Oh, not
Just
the python.
email it to me, and we'll share that.
Which one?
Oh,
The biggest
big
one.
The biggest one? You mean the one I found at work?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd have to. It's just a YouTube short. I'd have to send it to you because I think I've deleted all of those except for what's just on YouTube now.
Hey, Jim,
Yes, sir.
Now these snakes that he's going to send you that he's holding are from up trees on roads. He just picks. Bill just picks them up.
What, the Browns?
No,
No,
he's not that
it's a
stupid.
python.
Oh, pythons. Okay. Yeah, we've got an outbreak of those in the Florida Everglades. They're killing all the indigenous life down there. All the alligators and all the wildlife natural to the Everglades. They were introduced by some.
We've got them as well. They call greenies.
Okay.
Okay. So the Greens Party, like they want to save the earth by stopping everybody to fart. Like they're just useless. Renewable. Okay. They want renewable energy, but they want to mine it to get it.
Yeah. Well.
And how do you mine? With diesel.
Yeah.
Hey, at least they're not like the Kiwi government. They want to charge New Zealand farmers a tax for their a new fart tax for their sheep and cows farting.
I sent it to you.
Are you serious? What, like a methane tax or something?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
I think we should annex New Zealand.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, I don't know how this whole thing started with the anacondas down in Florida, but someone must have brought some in because that's a huge black market in America. I
blame Alice Cooper.
Exotic animals, and they're being turned in all the time. I mean, people have got. I mean, my goodness. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but anacondas is one of them, and they've gone crazy in the pythons. Pardon me, anacondas, pythons. I'm sorry. They've gone crazy down in the Everglades, and it's a serious population issue because, like I said, they're killing all the indigenous life down there.
Someone probably had one at home. It got pregnant.
It got too big.
Yep. Right.
Yep. And
there
then
you go.
all of a sudden they have 36 little baby snakes, and they're going, "What do I do with them?" Oh, I'll let them go in the wild.
Yep.
Then those 36 snakes will breed another however many, between 10 and 60 eggs, and it just escalates from there.
Yeah. Well, we also have that with
again, James?
With plant life. A lot of foreign plant life has been introduced, and even here in the Midwest, a friend of mine who's very much into gardening and plant and biology. He's pointing all this stuff out to me as we take walks sometimes, right out here where I live, and he's like, "Yeah, that's not indigenous. That's not indigenous." And some of these things start taking over the wildlands.
Endemic.
It's crazy. It really is. It's incredible how this stuff takes hold and starts invading and taking over. It's unbelievable.
Oh, we've got some lovely plants here that the British brought over with them, and now they're almost become naturalised because they're so much of a pain in the rectum.
The breadfruit, that's the one I think of. I think of that breadfruit thing from Tahiti. Remember that? That was on the Bounty.
No, it's Camphor laurels and lantana.
I'm sorry, what was that, Bill?
Camphor laurels, lantana, and privet.
Oh, those are different. Those are plants that are now firmly established in Australia.
And rabbits and foxes.
Oh, I did want to ask you guys, with all these problems of transportation and getting stuff from abroad, seeing Hong Kong models is right there in, Hong Kong. Do you guys have any problems ordering stuff from them? Is there any issue with stuff from China or any of the Eastern model manufacturers, like from Japan, China, or Hong Kong, or anything like that?
Haven't tried.
The UK and US first.
You just order direct from the hobby store, mate.
Yeah.
Well, what I mean is, do the distributors themselves in Australia have problems with getting it from those countries?
Australia is a small market compared to a lot of other countries.
Really? Because I'm sitting here with 5 guys who build models in Australia right now.
Yeah, we're the last on the list.
Good modelling community. Yeah. So when I started, I got into this with Outlaw and getting to deal with distributors and importers and all that sort of stuff. So it doesn't matter who you are as an importer in Australia, model importer or whatever, hobby importer. Australia, say you've got Tamiya, you've got Hong Kong, you've got Airpix, you've got Italieri, whatever. Australia is allocated a certain amount.
Okay.
Before we get that amount, the rest of the world gets theirs, and it's if say there was 10 models for everybody, and Australia was allocated 2, but the rest of the world wanted 10, then we'd have to wait again.
Oh wow.
Like
We
with
are
the
the
FX
arse end of the
124
world.
Spitfire.
Yes.
Oh,
Jason's came from Germany.
I had the first one in the country only because I bought it from Hornby itself in Margate and brought it back home with me.
You mean the 24 scale Spitfire?
Yep.
Yes, one of those.
Ah, there it is. Yeah.
I was over there and seeing the in-laws in Dover, and so Margate's only a 40-minute drive up the road.
That's right. Yeah,
and,
they're right there.
It was like, I'll take one home. It was cheaper for me to buy it there and bring it home in my suitcase than what it was to buy it back here in the country.
I bet. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a German Spitfire.
That looks great. Awesome. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good about that kit.
It's a great kit, but I had to get it from Germany.
Distributor.
Because you bought Jason one, didn't you?
Yes.
Yep. And I too bought Jason one.
So he's got no excuse.
I don't know where it came from, but I know when I bought that one, it came from Perth. So I don't know where it came from before that.
Yeah, I got mine on Amazon.
Oh, I didn't. I think.
Anybody looking at the comments? You see what Plastic Monkey's telling everyone? You got from China free postage in most cases. Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
For me, China is a very expensive deal.
That's because you're in America.
Yeah, I'm guessing
They don't like
yeah.
you.
Hey, well, it seems like if it's not the Soviet Union, which is now Russia, it's the Chinese that we Americans are always butting heads with. So I guess it's just a hangover from the war.
How long is the postage, Plastic? How long does it take to get to you for free postage?
31 pounds. That's a great deal for that kit. I know the one he's talking about. I've got it myself.
So that's about maybe 80 Australian dollars, maybe between 70 and 80 Australian dollars.
No, it's about $62 roughly.
Yeah, it's about. I'm guessing it's about 45 American. Maybe I'm not sure what the conversion rate is, but 31 pounds. That's free postage. That's a great deal. I'll take that any day.
It is $59.99 Australian.
I ordered this from Metro in October last year.
The Gannet.
Gannet.
Okay.
Yep. And it only arrived in March in Australia.
Whew.
Wow. Yeah.
Holy cow.
But Red Reel have made decals for it.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, I meant to ask you. You guys know the Australian modeler Brett Green? Hyperscale? Yeah.
Brett Green, the assembler.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But I that was probably my first dip into internet hobbying was Hyperscale. What's that? Is that a decal sheet for the Gannet?
That's the Australian decals for the Gannet.
Okay.
Yeah, Airfix didn't bother to do them because we were the second biggest user of them. So I had to wait.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I find that a lot of the kits that I buy, I like what comes in the bottle. Like Eduard has a lot of great options, and like that Aussie Spitfire kit you guys are building, that's one I'd like to get. But there are other kits that I get, and I look at the decals, and I was like, well, I'd like something different. So I go looking for aftermarket decal sheets, and they're expensive. They're not cheap. $12-15 American dollars for a decal sheet, and you're only going to use one option. And sometimes they give you options for like 10, 12 models. It's like I'm not going to make 12 P51s. I'm going to make one. Oh, there it is. Yeah. That's beautiful. That's the one I want. Yeah, the whitetail spit. Yeah, that's it.
That's the Eduard everybody's doing.
Right. Yeah, that's the one I want. Yeah. Did that got the Volks filter under the front nose? Under the
Yep.
nose, I should say? Yeah, that's it. There you go. Yeah. See, I thought about making mine the Malta Spitfire with the 420 millimeter cannon on the wing, but once I saw that whitetail Aussie, I'm like, that's it. I'm going to make that one. So whenever I get it.
Have you seen Nigel's modeling bench when he does the reviews on the stencils from One Man Army?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Instead of using the decals, you get the stencils, and you can actually spray them on, and it's
Yep.
like pinky dye.
Yeah.
Yep.
I notice he does that mostly on large scale kits because
Yeah,
it
it's
seems
all
like that's all he
132nd
does.
and 124th.
Yeah. I couldn't see doing that on a 48 scale, like a Spitfire, for example. I mean, they look great. There's no doubt about it. But it seems like a lot of labor to go through. And I don't know. I mean, I honestly, I might give them a try one day. But, you know, for the size I build of aircraft, which is 48th, maybe if I do like a Flying Fortress or a Phantom, you know,
Yeah, well,
something
see,
like
I've got the 132 Phantom and 132 Pig, the F-111.
Ah, the F-111. Okay. You
I've
guys
got
call it
two
the pig?
148 scale F-111s.
Say again?
You
I've
guys
got
call it the
two-
pig out there?
I've got two 48 scale F-111s.
Look,
Okay.
Tom's here.
Hi, Dom.
And M27 official is here.
Hello.
This is the most
everyone.
expensive kit I ever bought online.
The Mackie.
Yeah. Cost me $14.
Damn.
Is that a
How'd
Strike
you
Master?
survive?
No, it's the Mackie jet trainer that we used in Australia.
It's Italian.
Oh, it's Italian. Okay.
And at the time when I was doing my apprenticeship at Hawker de Havilland, we were
Gotcha.
doing the life extension of these things.
Yeah.
Ah. Well,
Was
I'll tell you
it
what, you built some awesome models, Paul. That's
Oh, thank you.
You have one hell of a collection. I can see you're a very industrious modeler.
Well, there's 147 aircraft in this shed.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Holy cow! You got me beat by 100.
Not only that, but I love the photo of his helicopter for Sue's build that he photographed, and it actually looks like the damn thing's landed in his backyard. It's awesome.
Well, that's yeah. I've done a couple helicopters in my day, but I haven't done one in a long time. They don't do a whole lot for me. I built the
this is the one-
Mi-24 Hind. I built an old monogram kit of that back in the 80s, and it came out real nice. But
That's
yeah,
the one
is it
Bill
that
just
the,
told me.
is that the oh no, wait a minute, no, that's not the Sea King. That's
That's
Sea
the Sea
Stallion?
Knight.
Sea Knight. That's it. Yes,
Right.
yes. Okay.
Yeah, well, the way he photographed it, it actually looked like it was
Looks like
landed.
it's sitting in the backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, model photography is some people can do it like you said, like it looks like the real thing. Yeah.
Hey, just a time out. I know that I've just been messaged. I've got grandkids all over the country, and they're only little ones, but they're all watching Pop and you guys. So to all my grandkids, thank you
That
very
looks
much.
nice.
Pop loves you.
Looks good. Looks good, James.
To Tate and all of them. So
I like the camo paint.
It was a pain in the ass.
I bet it was. Yeah.
Sue will agree to that one.
do you guys have grandkids?
I got
No.
eight.
Got one.
Yeah, say hello to them because I know, as I just said, mine are watching and
Mine
Hello,
aren't.
hello, everyone out there. Resident
all over
American
the
here.
country. So Pop
This
loves
was
us,
the hardest
so-
kit I had to find.
Oh, Sea Vixen?
Venom.
Venom, that's it. Oh, I always get those two mixed up. I don't know why.
Yeah, being a
Is
de
that-
Havilland apprentice, I have to build them.
Is that a Airfix?
132nd Matchbox.
Oh,
kit.
the Matchbox kit. Oh man, wow, that's a real oldie from the. Wow, holy cow!
That was
Yeah,
a very old kit.
All over that one.
Yeah, I remember. I built the BF 109, the Adolf Galland 109E, the Matchbox kit.
I built the 132nd de Havilland Moth, and I took it to work, and I wasn't allowed to bring it home. It's still there.
Oh, okay. Is that a
Yes.
trainer?
Yeah, the tiger moth.
Oh, the tiger moth. Okay, excuse
Yeah.
me. Okay. Yeah.
Because I worked at de Havilland's, I was building a lot of de Havilland aircraft. Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow. I like
then,
I like the stand you
yeah.
made for it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I 3D
beautiful.
printed that one.
Beautiful. Very
What
good.
intakes did you use underneath it, James?
Whatever it came in the airfix kit.
That's
My
awesome.
question is this: where is that aircraft station? in
It
that
doesn't have
position?
any. Ugh.
Where would you find one of those in static display?
The tiger moth or the vampire?
The vampire.
Vampire, there should be one at Newcastle. I think. Yes, there is.
Well, it depends if the councils have been looking after them or if they've all now got wood rot.
Yeah, that's true.
There was one on a plinth at Hawker de Havilland at Bagstown,
Yep.
because I was as a first year apprentice, we got the job of rebuilding it. And it was the victim of a wet start. It was a T11 trainer. We used to have lunch in it.
Wasn't there one at Woy Woy or Gosford?
No, there was one down at Nowra. That was a sea venom.
Yeah.
Yes, there was.
There could have been one at Woy Woy, but I'm not that old. Yeah. And that's my vampire.
Oh, very
All
nice.
trainer aircraft were
Very
painted
nice.
yellow, weren't they?
Yellow stripes at least.
No, well, there's one on a plinth at Evans Head, which is like 20 minutes away from me because of the bombing range and the old airport
has
that's
it-
there and the
Has
aircraft
it got
museum.
yellow and black lines? Or just
No,
yellow?
I'm pretty sure it's just straight yellow, but it's got black spinner, black prop, four-bladed prop. I can't think of what it looks like because I sort of glance at it and go, oh yeah, it doesn't look like a real aircraft, but it kind of is.
Right.
You know, if it's black and yellow, it was a target tug.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Right.
And
Pretty sure
Jim,
it's straight yellow.
my Mrs. Outlaw is actually looking to where she purchased it for you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's a great shirt. I love it. That's nice, Paul. That's a bullfighter.
Yeah, bow fighter. And the funny thing about our target tugs, they were still armed with 4 50 cal Brownings.
Oh, they didn't take him out. They
No.
left him in the airplane.
They left them in just in case the other guys got too close.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Give him a
All
warning
right.
shot. Wait, back off.
Yeah, back
Yeah.
off, you're getting too close.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a bit of a bow,
I like that black and yellow pattern.
I'm a bit of a bow fighter nut. I've got 5.
Oh, that's great. I love that airplane. I've got the Tamiya 48 scale kit. I want to turn that into.
They are the Tamiya kit. They're the best
Yeah, a friend
ones
of
out
mine.
there.
You know, that's what I meant to. Oh, he I can't get it now, but he built that same kit. A friend of mine did in Aussie markings with the foliage green,
Oh, wow.
and it looks awesome. It looks great.
Hey, Wombat, your books, mate, are they all military there or?
What, that one?
What, all
well,
these ones?
Yeah.
Very yes. Is that- I think
No, Jace, they're a combination of photography, Lego, military, bit of everything in there.
And did Jim get hold of you or James from the States from Restorations about his photography and that?
Yeah, he did. There's been a bit of
I'll
a
be
back and
back
forth
in a
communication
moment.
between us. So
Yeah, mate, he's such a lovely guy.
One of the best books I've ever read.
Wait, see, has it got pictures in it, has it? What?
Yes, I read the back of it.
I had to go there, Bill.
what does
Yeah,
the story
lower decks, mate.
Bilge?
That's why they made pictures on your instruction manuals.
Bilge, what's the story behind the scrap iron flotilla? Is that an Australian?
Yep. Basically,
Eagle Squadron?
because we were basically working with hand-me-downs that we held together with Scotch tape fence and wire and chewing gum and lots of flipping hope.
Was this post-war or talking Second World War Navy?
Second World War.
Okay.
So basically, you know, when you hear the stories of our plucky little ships doing what they did, they were doing it basically, you know, on a wing and a prayer. It was either get in, get it done, or go to the bottom.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I can understand if there is still tension between Australia and Japan over what went on during the war, because I've read and follow a few Australian military history channels and what went on in New Guinea and in the Solomons when the Japanese first came down there in early '42. Yeah, I could see that, and you guys are part of the Putt Railway too, right?
It was, long story short, it was a bar fight, pub brawl, basically. It wasn't a battle; it was a running pub brawl.
Yeah, but they executed everybody. They beheaded these guys when they captured them. They were military prisoners of war, and the Japanese never looked at a freaking thought about that.
That could happen. Like, you know, some of the things they did to wounded soldiers that were left behind because the medical staff could not evacuate them. Right. You don't want to know about because it's horrific.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you what. If I had the choice, I'd just put me out right now. Just put a bullet in my head, or leave me with a gun with one bullet in it. I'll blow my head off. I don't know. I mean, I'm talking now through the prism of time. But I mean, I couldn't imagine being put in that position. But what I'm saying is that, you know, I mean, like Japan has kind of a rough relationship with a lot of its neighbors, China, Korea. I was just reading this book about monuments throughout the world in different countries around the world and what they mean. And they're all centered around World War II monuments. And there's a few of them that are pointed right at Japan from her neighbors, like Korea and China. And I was just curious, is there are tension? Is there tension in relations with Japan and Australia, or is that kind of cooled down as the decades?
I think there's more tension between us and our indigenous.
And then after the punch on, it's over. So you shake hands and you move on.
Okay. And you buy each other a drink.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. That's a good spirit. Yeah.
Like
if you get really bored, Jim, look up the Battle of Brisbane.
Battle of Brisbane.
Yeah, that's a good one. Shit out of you Americans.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the only one I know of is, of course, the raid on Darwin in February '42. That was the first carrier raid, and that's the only thing I know of as far as like a direct, contact with the Japanese actually intruding on the Australian mainland. But Battle of Brisbane was. I also know about, what was it? There was a prison break, wasn't there?
No, it was Battle of Brisbane, mate. Battle of Brisbane
was between the Australians and the Americans.
Oh yeah, now I know what you're talking about. Okay, yes.
Time out. GB's just asking, because this is a hobby show as well.
Oh, okay.
How do we all find HK models to build? Are they good kits or not? Me personally, I am not a great fan.
I can't afford them.
HK P17.
I have built.
I like that, Paul. I like the way you varied the finish on the surface. I'm sorry, Jason.
Do not put the Eduard kit inside it.
Yeah, we mentioned that. But I found their detail was lacking. But I don't know what they're like now, but I'm going back 4 years ago. I found their detail lacking and their fitment.
Well, apparently the guy who does HK models is very good friends with Nigel now.
Oh, very good.
And Nigel's been sending him all the corrections.
Oh, good. Because they needed it.
Well, Nigel's an engineer. I don't think he can ever shake that engineer's eye for precision.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Especially when you're paying top dollar for a product.
I agree. Yeah, you're right, James. You're right. Yeah, when you buy a model that state of the art comes with a good price tag, and you find some flaws in there that are like, wow, you guys should be on
Obvious.
top. Like Airfix, they have a serious QC issue. They really do.
Only from India.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And they need to
You got a
tighten down on
UK
that.
big skit. I love it.
There's only been one in the last 10 years.
You can find them.
Yeah, that's the Spitfire.
Only plane needs to be ever made, doesn't it?
Yeah, like a 5, 7, 9.
Don't need to make any other aircraft. I think Spitfire for everybody. Be like Oprah.
It's like they say, you know, the only Revell kit you buy is the Revell US kit. You don't buy Revell Germany kits.
I'll tell you what, Revell is not a company I think
any.
of when it comes to buying a model kit. I don't really have them in the forefront of my mind.
I'll buy an AMT kit over a Revell kit every day.
Yep.
Well, AMT is now owned by everything. Their molds, their packaging is Round 2, I think. Model Corp. They bought a whole lot of the old American companies. Yeah, that one, nice. There you go.
That's an AMT 63 Corvette.
Yeah, split window.
Yep.
Yeah,
but
nice.
I modified it.
Oh, sweet. Looks good.
6.2 liter LS supercharged. From Full Bore Hobby.
You put an LS in it, bro.
Fully sick, eh, bro?
Let's do some skids. Let's go.
Well, we're getting turbo, bro.
Let's get
belongs in Church Street,
Hey?
Belongs in Church Street, Parramatta.
Mate, that is fully sick.
Nice.
We'll go to Hungry Jack's as well, and then we'll get some kebabs. And we'll be right, eh?
That's an Australian engine from Full Bore Hobbies, Jim.
That's nice.
Oh, now Buff's gone off. He's off.
Very good. Hey, Paul, my brother would be proud of that. He was a car modeler extraordinaire when he was a kid. He was a master of the rattle can. He could make a deep gloss paint out of spray cans like nobody could do. He was a great modeler.
And that's a full bore 351 Windsor in a Mustang.
Nice.
Have you got any of their have you got what's their bloody names? Any of DDA's XY or
going to build?
Very nice.
That's a DDA HZ Sandman.
Nice.
Crap kits.
Is that the one I've got there?
Because they're a die-cast kit turned into a plastic kit.
Yeah, I think I've got...
The only thing is, Andrew from Full Bore has done a full chassis and internal set for them.
He's sending me that. Hang on. This one.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the Mad Max version.
Yep. There you go, Jim.
Does Jim know who Mad Max was?
Yes. I saw the first 2 films.
That's all you needed.
Mad Max and the Road Warrior.
That was for the American audience.
Yeah. Well, Mel Gibson's born in America, moved to Australia, right? I think that's
please don't try and claim him.
You can have him.
I'm just saying. I that's what I heard. Hey, Mel Gibson's a big Three Stooges fan. Those are my guys right there. There you go. The Three Stooges.
And what's the correct term for the name of the interceptor that was used in Mad Max?
Oh, well, you got me on that one.
Black on black.
Thank you.
It's been a while since I've seen either of those films, so
that's how it's described in the script.
What's that?
The XB Falcon was called the Black on Black.
Yeah.
And I actually had one of the original screenings of that, where every was it half an hour or 45 minutes, you get the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bloop, and then restart again.
You'd had the Pirate.
Oh, is that what I had? Whoops.
Yes.
Yes, Tom. I've had to move upstairs, mate, because of our son needed not to climb up 2 flights of stairs for him, so it's a bit of a health thing. And I've moved to a smaller little room up in the house. But yeah, as you can see, everything's still sorted everywhere. So I'll getting it back together slowly, and once it's up and running, I'll be able to hit the bench again. So
Bilge,
family first.
remember the BMW M5 kit that Pete had?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, you brutalised it.
I chopped the shit out of it.
Well, yes, you did.
Wow.
I put a 396 Chevy in it.
Holy cow! In that car? Oh man.
That's a monster now.
Yeah, I bet. Hope you got a heavy duty rear end in the back of that thing too.
Ford 9-inch.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, but
Big
yeah,
engine block.
it's not any good.
Sorry
That
about
still
that.
won't stop.
I believe right now that Pete is on my website, and I've got somebody right now from New York, United States.
What, doing some
Look at that.
shopping?
New visitor from Chiang Mai, Thailand, and new visitor from New York, United States.
All right, tell him to get off like you told me.
Yeah, but you keep sending photos that I don't really think are appropriate.
What, like this one?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. Oh, that is so sexy. Hang on, just let me screenshot that and go get a hanky.
That is nice.
Just use your sock.
Interesting
that's
Just
story
borrow
behind this.
Hibbo's.
I bought the
It
car
might bite me.
from a Sydney Motor Show. It's a 1/18 die cast.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a pretty big model. Yeah, I was about to ask what the scale was because it looks bigger than 25th.
That's
Yeah,
Aussie
188.
muscle, my friend.
At least with the VK I own, I can walk over, put the key in the ignition, turn it, and it starts.
Nice.
Damn it. Nice.
I'll tell you one thing. When I first saw Mad Max, I saw it in like 1981, 82, and I remember looking at the cars. I was like, "Hey, they drive the same way they do in England."
Hang on a sec.
It's right-hand drive, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I really thought the only place in the world up to that point that did it was the UK.
No, mate, no.
Where do you think
There's
we
other
came from?
countries beside the USA. Yes, crazy.
Yes, you're right. Yes, I'm learning that. That's what the internet does for me. Opens up my eyes to the world around me. So, but
I remember the first time I saw.
Like when
I
I
was
went to the
totally surprised when I
Philippines.
first saw it.
I spun out when I got into the passenger side of the car, and I'm like, hang on, this is the driver's side for me. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah. Yep.
That
Well,
blows
isn't it,
away. But the first time I saw the left-hand drive, I'm like, they're on the wrong side. There's something wrong.
Yeah. They got right-hand drive in Japan too, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I like the scene in Crocodile Dundee where he's like, no wonder you have so many accidents. You drive on the wrong
You
side
drive
of
it
the
on the
road."
wrong side of the road.
We have so many accidents here because people drive like idiots. That's why. That's why insurance rates are so damn high. You don't have to have anything to get a driver's license. My goodness.
You're like 16-year-olds driving America.
Yeah. I got my driver's permit when I was 16. Yeah.
Right.
Well, there's
Hang
your problem.
Hang on.
Oh,
Oh,
there
black.
it is. There's the
Black
there's
on
the
black.
part. Yep. That's it. Yeah. Now, yep. There it is. So what was that thing? What was that thing designed from? What was the original car?
XB Falcon.
A Ford?
Yes.
Coupe.
Okay.
With a Monza, what they called the Monza front end.
And a
Yes.
piece from here and a bit from there.
And a supercharger that didn't work.
Huh. Yeah. Well.
Because they couldn't afford it in the budget.
Yeah. That was a pretty low budget film. In fact, that wasn't in the first film. That wasn't even Mel Gibson's voice. That was somebody else doing a voiceover.
That was Mel Gibson.
No, it was one of the two. It was either Road Warrior or Mad Max. It was the one of them. At least in America, they did a voiceover. Maybe the film in Australia, it wasn't.
Oh
but
no,
in
they would have
America,
done the
it was.
voiceover so you guys could understand what was being said.
Yeah,
Well,
like when
all
Arnold
the other
Schwarzenegger
actors
did his
spoke.
first
Well, wait a
movie.
minute, Bill. All the other actors were speaking in their regular. The only one they dubbed over was Gibson. That's it. And I'll tell you what, I could understand what everyone was saying. I didn't need someone to audio dub Mel Gibson's voice so that it sounded like an American. We speak the same. You know, I can get it. I get it. It's English.
Well, even what Goose was saying.
No, not entirely. Now you want to talk slang? That's different. Now I'll tell you what. When I was a kid, I used to watch Dave Allen at Large.
Oh,
Christ!
Yeah, and the joke he told, none of us kids got. We didn't get it. And then a friend of mine's father was born in Ireland, and he moved to America. In fact, his son, my friend, was the firstborn here in America. Anyway, his dad would laugh his head off, and he said, "Don't you get it?" And we would say, "No."
No.
He's like, I'll tell you another time. But it was all the slang. We couldn't pick it up, and the way they
hey,
spoke.
JB. Thanks for joining in. See you next week. 11 o'clock next week, too, on a Sunday, our time.
Hi, James. Another James.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. You got a collared shirt on you, Credden.
Who?
You.
Yeah, I've only had it on all day.
You look like you're ready to go to the office.
No.
Is
I
that
only
what all
had
good
two
models
collared
wear?
shirts, and one's got Brock written all over it.
Is that your formal shirt?
Yes. I'm going somewhere special. It's got Brock 05 over the heart.
Yep.
You should see what he's done with his socks. Nah.
Don't wear them anymore.
No,
You
you've
can't,
worn
really
that, haven't you?
Haven't worn shoes since I retired.
And my darling wife has the same problem. She's, "Oh, you put shoes on?" I said, "That's what thongs are for."
I got a dress pair of thongs.
Yeah.
You guys wear Crocs out there?
No.
The yuppies do.
That must be something here. I don't have a pair myself, but I see a lot of people wearing them. They look like they're pretty comfortable. My sister
They
has
look
a
like
pair.
shit.
Yes.
There's a bit of a crude joke about Crocs, but I'm not going to tell it.
Put it this way, Jim. My thongs have bottle openers in the bottom of them.
Remember how you test a good thong if you had cat's heads and they went through it, they were too thin. That
Yep. That was the time to get a new pair.
was the time to get a new pair.
When they
Ah,
started
okay.
to melt when you
There we
cross the
go.
road.
Is
Yeah,
that
if you
a,
don't stick to the road, that's another one that was good.
is that a
Remember
cockadoodle,
those,
James?
Mini Labradoodle.
A labradoodle, okay. Or
Remember
a
those
cockapoo,
songs?
excuse me,
That's
cockadoodle.
a
The hell, it's a
pretend
bloody
name dog.
rooster. Yeah.
He
No,
couldn't get
nice
a dog for a
dog.
man.
Nice dog.
Goof. Come on. Goof. Up. Come on. Up. Come on. Hey,
Oh,
big
yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Where's the other one?
Sweet Poochie.
girl.
Yeah.
She's already had her 5 seconds of fame.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, one thing I do is I volunteer time at the local animal shelter. I walk dogs that are awaiting adoption, and it's great to spend time with them and give them some time outside. It's wonderful. So,
They haven't picked you up either yet?
pardon me?
They haven't picked you up
Come on, man. Up you go.
when you've been adopted.
Oh, no,
that was in
I got
1961.
I got my dog already here, but I tell you what, every time I'm there, I see at least 3 or 4 I'd like to take home with me. So I've always loved doggies. We always had a dog in our family, so it's just a regular friend for me. So good one too.
Yes, I couldn't do that, Jim. Otherwise, I'd bring them all home.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Paul. I do. It's difficult, but to see them
These two
have
dogs
some
are
time
actually the
outside,
first dogs.
even if it's a 15 minutes, it means so much to them. So it's the best time of the day I spend. It really is. It's great stuff to volunteer and help out. Glad
These
I can
two
do it.
are actually the first dogs I've owned that aren't rescue animals.
Oh, they are? Okay, great.
So I've actually, we purchased these ones outright, but all my dogs prior were all rescue animals.
Yeah, it's
And
a
some of
sad
the
thing.
best dogs I've ever had.
But it's great when the best thing is when we see them get adopted. People come in and they take it, and then a lot of people keep in contact with us through Facebook, and they send photos of their dogs, and it's a great thing. It's a great thing. It really is. Wonderful time to spend with the best time of the day. So, and then there's modeling and reading books and ride my bicycle. So.
And building fast cars.
What's reading?
It's when you look at those pictures again, Bill.
Oh, right.
That's squiggly bits underneath it.
Yeah, it's when you look at the model instruction.
That's why model instructions have pictures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So us dumbasses can put them together.
You remember the old? Hey, you guys remember the old model instructions? The one picture, the exploded view, and everything kind of is all supposed to go together like this, and there are a million parts, all in a big nucleus around like a fuselage or a hull of a ship or something like that. Remember those old Airfix and Monogram and all the old kit manufacturers made it that way. Yeah.
I remember the old Cuddy Sark where there was only a few pictures and it was mainly all written instructions on how, telling you what part to assemble where and which way. And
none of you boys would have seen this, but like in real life, did you ever witness or hear this sound out of that thing?
Yeah, straight just before the Commodore ran up the backside of it.
Yeah, but did you there live and heard it?
Yes, I was there.
That did not sound like a Jaguar.
No, it didn't.
So do you guys do slot car racing?
Yeah, there is. As we had that slot car guy Travis on last week. He's huge. Go to his channel. He's just awesome.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to him and Slot Car Hub too. Yeah, so both those guys got some really nice stuff.
I was going to say, hey, Jace, I just picked up that one too.
Oh, you suck.
Oh, nice. What scale?
24th.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. It's old NASCAR.
The Commodore without the body.
No, these are two Chevy Monte Carlos, just naked bodies.
Yes, so but they were Commodores without the Commodore body on them.
Yeah. A common car.
So that's getting sprayed for Travis on, and it's going on his channel.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, and this one I'm going to do with the 3 once I get some decals. So.
Okay.
Is that before or after you finish the Spit?
Oh, it's after I do the tank. It's when I get,
And the
ASLAB. Submarine.
Oh, the sub's done.
Apparently the sub's done. I tried
that boat's done. Hang on.
ASLAB.
Oh, nice. Nice striker. Yeah.
No, ASLAB.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, to be fair, Jason has finished a tank. It might have been the oxygen tank in the Spitfire. It might have been the fuel tank in the submarine.
Oh, please. I'm trying to put small parts together.
Good luck.
Yeah.
What? Well, the problem with me is that with the stash I've got like over 100 models. And I'm selling some, and I keep buying more. I've got like 3 or 4 workbenches I've cobbled out of little tables, and I'm finding myself spreading myself too thin. I'm spending time at one model and doing another. I don't know how much I'm really getting anywhere. Oh, nice! Is that a U-boat?
Yep. Hang on, I'll just go.
Hang on. U-boats. Okay.
I thought that was the Orca.
Oh, nice. Very good. Yeah.
That's good, yeah?
Das ist gut. Ja, die Unterseeboot. Ja,
This is sehr gut.
Yeah.
Grau's the Dummkopf.
yeah.
I'll see
Kriegsmarine.
your U-boat and go,
Very nice, mate.
Ah,
all right,
there
it's
we go.
Pete.
Hi, Pete.
Yeah, it's still good work.
Yeah, looks
Criminally
good.
valid.
I've
I
still
only
got
had to
some
re-rig
screws
it
on
when I got it
but
here.
That's about it. A
What
little bit of
scale?
rigging.
What scale is that, Paul?
That's 1/72nd.
Oh my God, that's huge.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, if you didn't know, Jim, I saved all Pete's models before he went to Thailand.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, yeah.
So I have
okay.
20 ships in this shed that I didn't build.
Okay, okay. That's well.
Unless someone tells you they look good.
No,
Ooh.
Well, ships are something I used to build when I was a kid. We used to build the Revel and Monogram box scale ships that were like all these oddball sizes, 1/620, 1/725, whatever size box is what they molded it to, and we built not too many, like I had like the Hood and the KG5. But most of the stuff was Bismarck, Tirpitz, American ships, Missouri, carriers like Enterprise, Yorktown, Intrepid, Essex. But the Tamiya 1700 waterline series was something I liked when I was a kid, but they were just too doggone expensive for me.
Where's the hat?
I'm sorry?
Where's the Heisenberg?
Oh, the hat. Okay. Hold on. I'll go get it.
That's what people are waiting for. Hey, Wayne, check this out. This is Heisenberg, mate.
Oh.
This is Breaking Bad. Not Breaking Back Mountain, Breaking Bad. Check it out, Wayne. Check it out, mate.
Nice.
Heisenberg, mate.
There we go. Now, what you guys in Australia might not know, I don't know if you heard, you remember the film The French Connection with Gene
Yep.
Hackman?
yes, great movie.
Yep. Popeye Doyle, his character,
Popeye
wore a
Doyle.
pork pie hat with a black raincoat. Popeye's here. That was from the first film when he walked into the bar with Roy Scheider, his partner. So yeah, that was where I first saw a pork pie hat. So then I saw Breaking Bad and I went out and bought mine.
And you look like him.
Yeah, well, the beard's all white now. When I first went bald, this was much darker. I look more like Bryan Cranston. Now I look like Heisenberg in retirement.
But I watched Cranston in another movie. It was based on the true story where they infiltrated the banks of the drugs. I think it was called Infiltrator.
Okay.
And where a DEA or whoever it is over there infiltrated the cartels over there. This is when Escobar, and we're talking hundreds of millions of dollars was just like getting washed and transported throughout the world. And England was a big place where it was happening, but they put up this stat that over $2 trillion is laundered a year.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's it's incredible. You don't think I don't think about things like that, but that's still probably a very lucrative business. Money
Talking
laundering.
about chips, here's something I've got on the back burner. It's my
Have a look at
victory.
this.
Holy shit, Bilge. Oh, hang on. Holy shit,
Whoa.
Bilge.
Hang on, Bill. Hang on, buddy. Hang on.
What is that?
Smile, Bilge.
HMA's victory,
victory.
175 scale.
Wow. Oh, HMS Victory. Okay, yes. Okay, that's a huge ship.
I've been on her.
Where?
And I've actually planked the deck.
Oh, nice. That's all your own work, Bill? That's not a model kit? That's yours?
Oh no, it's a kit from Billings Boats. But yeah, the decking is all individual planks.
Very hairy.
That is fantastic work. My best friend's father used to build ship models just like that. He would steam the planks to form the bow and build the thing from the keel up, and he would motorize them. That's awesome.
She's ready basically now to have the whole plank.
That looks great. That
There'll
looks
be a couple
awesome.
of years working that one.
Yeah, one day when I grow up, I'll have a go at that.
We all know what makes Build smile. Check the center of the screen there, folks.
Boobies.
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 Makes everybody smile.
That's it.
It reminds me of a song. Thanks for the memories.
The old Bob Hope song. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks for the memories.
Yeah.
I think as a grammar school kid, I probably put myself in the teacher's doghouse singing that a few times with the way you'd think a boy would sing it.
Well, this actual computer desk used to be my son's, and then when he hooked up with his current missus, he thought it was best to probably get rid of it. And I was just like, yeah, I'll use it.
Oh, that was his son's, was it?
Yeah. But I've put
didn't he delete his history?
Ice Queen, Rally Car Miniatures, Nige, Plastic Monkey, Ed's Garage, and Icky Sticky.
And the full book. And what's that? You got Outlaw there as well?
Yeah, Outlaw's right smack in the guts, in the middle.
Ah. So,
why?
What did you do with the socks that he had spare for you?
Burn them.
He burned them. Well, they walked out on their own.
Yeah, well and truly.
So, James,
no, I've got a few timber ships on the go. That one was actually a Christmas present, and then I've got the Black Pearl, which is also she's in rigging stage at the moment. That's about I think she's 125th scale.
Oh, that'd be big.
Victory's 175th. And then I've got the Titanic that I'm working on, which I've actually currently stripped. It was completed, but I wasn't happy with it. Mind you, it was the second timber ship that I ever built. So I completely stripped it down to a bare hull, and I'm currently rebuilding it. But in the process, I had the opportunity of getting a second uncompleted Titanic Hachette Parks Work Titanic kit. So I went, well, I don't need two Titanics, but Titanic had a famous sister, Hull 433, which I'm currently in the process of building as well.
Yeah.
Also.
Well, that's good, mate, because you only want one thing going down, don't you, at once?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, more than two, and you end up with your hands full.
James, what is that behind you, mate? So you've got you watch aircraft land and everything, but is that your bench behind you, or what is it? Let's go full screen.
That's a window.
No, I can see the security on the inside as well.
Yeah, that's so I can't get out.
Yeah, I thought so. You got your spray booth, but behind you, where the TV is that another workspace or what?
It is.
Oh wow!
Just a little cabinet that's got some die-cast aircraft in there.
Looks great.
Hang on. Oh.
Looks like a Taj Mahal down the bottom.
Yeah.
As I untangle everything.
Nice pan.
Yeah, nice pan.
A bit of stash there, a cabinet, a bookshelf,
Volkswagen.
VW. Yep.
Is that Pete's one?
No. 3D printer. Some more stash in that corner. Some more.
Holy shit!
In there.
Oh man!
My sofa, spare bed, my reclining.
Well, I don't understand you being in there a lot.
Another cabinet over there. My exit to the lounge room.
Uh-oh. Strange person walking in.
Yeah, that's my
Hey.
13-year-old son. Couple of bits on the wall. And then back to the TV.
Oh, nice Hurricane Mark 1. Is that the old Airfix one?
It is. I bought that in Cairns. I forget whenever it was. I lived in there when Toy World had a fire, so they literally had a fire sale, and I think I paid $12 for it.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Everything was still in plastic, so it was only smoke damage to the box.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to go a little bit nerdy here. My son didn't want it anymore, so I took it off his hands.
Oh, nice.
He was going to thrash it and pull it apart, and I'm like, nah, I'll take it. You can sit amongst all the other pieces I got.
Team Week 57.
Hang on, one back.
Oh, another Lego nut.
You can't miss that bright orange colour, can you?
You're not speaking. We can't hear you.
Sign it.
And that better?
That's better.
Yep.
Okay, so that's all Lego up there, and all Lego up there, and on top of all the books, there's little bits of Lego everywhere. So
Nice.
Okay.
That book on your second shelf that I can see is a very good one. SAS Sniper.
which one? Oh,
SAS.
SAS Sniper by Rob Mate.
Yes.
Yeah, good book.
Very good read. It hasn't got pictures built. No good for you, mate.
That's my son's 57 that he bought himself.
Nice.
Oh, it looks like a 1960 Corvette.
Yeah, one of those. I can't remember. But anyway, he bought it out of his own coin.
Twin headlights, 58.
So yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, you're right. Yeah. I was looking at the front.
Oh.
All right. Now we got the big man on the screen.
We have a shop called the Salvos. Oh, the Enterprise.
Lancia, Scooby, Spitty.
Oi,
oh, nice Enterprise, Paul. Nice Enterprise. That looks
It'll
awesome.
be finished one day.
Is that the Polar Light kit?
That's cool.
That's the Polar Lights Enterprise and Polar Lights kit.
Yeah, that is great. That looks awesome. I
Yeah,
like
one day I'll finish
that's the
it.
original Enterprise. That's the
Yes,
one from the
the
1960 show.
NC 1701.
Right.
Yeah, I went to the Salvos. I took Mum to the Salvos because she likes to buy wool. But I actually found a kit that I'm not proud of.
Oh, say it ain't so.
Okay.
What?
It was $4, so I had to buy it.
Okay. Well,
No,
Gundam is super popular. I mean, the Bandai can't make enough Gundam kits.
No.
They sell like hotcakes here in America too.
Yeah,
they do. It's a different kind of modeling, but I'm glad for it because it's going to keep the hobby going. You know, I mean, you know, it's if that's what's popular, then so be it. You know, but it's great that people are still building model kits. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I Bandai, when I was a kid, they used to make a lot of military vehicles. They made a lot of quarter scale armor with interiors. We're talking like 1960s, 1970s. I would like to see them one day kind of return to the hobby in the military side and see what they could turn out today. Because you know, why should they? They and Hasegawa are like the kings of that stuff. I think in Japan, they're turning out that stuff left and right. That's what Hasegawa's doing nowadays. They don't make any newer military kits. They just reissue their older stuff.
Yes, they do.
All right, mate, bring it up.
This is just upset Pete.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, is that the? Oh, that's the Lee, right? Or is it the Grant?
No, it's the Grant.
Okay. Okay.
Grant with the Tamiya 25-pounder.
Right.
Very
Yeah.
nice, mate.
Yeah, that's with the truck and the trailer and the limber. Yeah. That's old school Tamiya. I like that. I've got about 3 or 4 old kits that I'm putting together in one diorama.
Yeah, 1/35th scale Tamiya 1/4 pounder. Canadian with the Australian Grant.
Oh, okay.
At
Very
least
cool.
it's not a Big Mac.
Yeah, the Australian Grant never went overseas.
I'm going to have to
Right.
get
That
these.
was we were talking about that a couple of shows ago about the grants made for the for Australia, what came right from America, right?
Yeah, that's the mini art kit.
Who he
Oh,
likes
really?
PE work.
Really, Mini Art makes a copy of that. They make.
Yeah, Mini Art did about 5 different versions of the Grant / Lee.
Okay.
They did the American, the Russian, the North African, the Australian Grant, and the British Grant.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that when the guys at Australian Artillery and Armor did their grant, I noticed the suspension was different. That made me wonder about that because that's the later style bogies they've got on there, and
that's only because they've got about 15 up in their paddock.
Yeah, they do. Where'd they get? They got them from that one guy. He had like 5 of them sitting in the bush around his property
In Melbourne.
Yeah, which is a long drive, right? Melbourne is in the south.
Melbourne is in Victoria.
Melbourne's in Mexico.
Victoria. Okay.
Yeah, we call Victorians Mexicans.
Build a wall. Build a wall.
Because they're south of the border.
Hey,
you know what Victorians say about New South Wales?
What?
It keeps Queenslanders that much further north.
Oh, excuse me.
Let me tell you, New South Welshman, one word. Queenslander. Queenslander.
We know you're from Cane Toad County.
Yep.
What you got there, Wombat?
Hang on, mate. You want to just hold that there? Let me get you.
Yeah, toolboxes on the back.
Yeah, so she's going to have, that's just mocked up in cardboard, but basically it's going to have a half canopy there, spare sitting in the back.
Looks like maybe they'll take the tools out of it.
Hey?
They'll steal the tools out of that.
Yeah, and then she'll be running on a set of tyres.
35s I had, kept it legal.
Those ones are, scales, they're actually 29s.
Okay, so it's legal.
Yeah, so that'll be just legal, unless that won't be the big mud bogger. That'll be the.
Give it a 4-inch lift.
So 40 mil is legal, Jason.
So so Victoria, it's a 75 mil at the roof line, so 2-inch suspension and 2-inch wider tire, higher tires, so that gives you extra 1 inch.
Yeah.
So
what my collie's running at.
We'll see that on the I got bolted in skip video on YouTube.
Sorry.
My question, and Jim, you can answer this, buddy. In America, you see all kinds of shit boxes running around your roads, right? Like cars that should be in the scrapyard.
You mean as far as quality?
Or they purchased it from the scrapyard and did nothing to it. Or you get all these modifications on cars over there. When you register a car over there, are you allowed to do whatever the hell you want to it?
Good question. I don't know if I could answer that because I have a car. It's a Subaru Forester. I like it. It runs well. It's strong. It's mechanically sound. It gives me what I want. I've had it for a few years now. It's reliable. But as far as the modification, I know what you're talking about, and it's freaking annoying because a lot of those tailpipes are so damn loud. They give me a headache sometimes. But as far as like the legality of it, I don't know. That's a good question because they I do see a lot of mocked up pieces of junk, in my opinion. But that's just me. I'm an old timer. I'm not into like 21st century car styling.
Yeah, but my son had a 2014 WRX that blew up.
Here in Australia, if you do any modifications, you got to put it through. It's got to be engineered,
approved,
everything.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you this: as far as the United States goes, it's mostly whatever state you're in. Like, for instance, you guys have a helmet law that's nationwide, correct?
Yeah,
compulsory. Because we were sick of hosing people off the gutters.
Yeah, well, I agree with it. Trust me. I wear a helmet on my bicycle, and people ask me why, and I said to protect my head. And I've had a couple of accidents where it did save me. But anyway, point being, in the United States, it's by state law, so each state is different. Illinois does not have a helmet law for motorcycle riders, and so. And anytime it comes up for any kind of vote, it's met with a lot of opposition. So it really comes down to states' rights as far as what is mandated for vehicles. Like California is one of the more stricter states, so maybe they've got a little bit more, but I kind of doubt it. And that's
so pretty.
That's a proper car, Jim.
Is that a BMW?
No, that's a 2007 SSV Commodore 6-speed manual.
Okay. No offense. I didn't recognize it. So
the guy who did the suspension for it was from BMW.
Okay. Yeah, but that's basically what it is, Jason. It's pretty much up to whatever state you're in. And as far as any kind of national regulations, I really don't know how strong they are or how limiting they are.
James, paint a Toyota beige and call it sooty.
Oh. So this will be the 100 series. So that's the standard tyres. And it'll be jacked up running on 37.
Oh, 35s at least.
Is that an RT?
No, they're 37s.
Are they RTs?
You need to be part of the 40 PSI club, and you need to wind up your bloody your fuel rail, so you can blow all the extra black smoke out. Detach your sway bars so you got that extra body roll, and so when you come off the lights, you lift your front wheel.
That's called coal rolling in the States, James.
All right. I don't do it to my 200 series because I need it.
I have seen that many Nissan Patrols running around with green P plates on them that are jacked up so high, got such a big exhaust on them, and they're just blowing so much soot you think they're a bloody 1942 Cola.
Yeah.
And they're just rolling around the corners, and it's just like, for fuck's sake, dude, you don't even have any mud on it.
Yeah. And then they wonder why
they've never seen mud. At least my Colorado did the teletrack.
Hey,
but they class weathering as being left out in the rain.
My 200 series got called a pavement princess, and then I showed him the photo. And then I showed him the photo of when I rolled my caravan literally in the dead center of Australia, where obviously there was no bitumen. And then he goes, I take it back. And it's like, well, pretty much, mate.
That's one track I want to do, James.
Rain, I've had to use four-wheel drive to get off my place.
Yeah, I'd love to visit all the great tracks. I won't do them because I need to rely on my vehicle to get me home.
Well, it's a Toyota. It should do.
Oh, yeah. Geez, really?
True.
Hey, I'm gonna show you guys I got my modeling cabinet right behind me. I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour of it. So give me a second to get going. But just a little spin through what's
quickly before he shows that. How about something like this for our next build?
No, we've got cars. We're doing cars, remember?
Yeah, after the cars. do something that's a bit of a challenge.
Here we go. This was before my son destroyed this car, and it didn't even have the big RTs or lifted. This was all done up, and that was mine.
There we go. There we go. Not too bad.
It's even dirty.
Bloody
Yeah.
hell it was.
Hang on.
And then we go. Hang on, I'll get rid of that. Not sure of that.
And then there's the aftermath photo. What's the bet?
Oh no! Like he made me cry.
What's up, Kenny?
They really did what they did to that car.
You all right?
They
Well,
just, yeah,
I tried to kill.
they bent it in half.
Oh,
The aluminium bull bar was torn.
You put an aluminium bull bar on it.
The headrests
I'm going to have to mute
were
rain.
removed.
It's raining
but
in
they
Lismore.
took the impact.
Who ever heard of that?
And they said, "Oh, we're only doing 30k an hour, Dad."
I think they left out the 100 or the 200 in front of it.
And it was only just a little drop. I'm like, it was unreal. The car was those. I had steel rock sliders on it, solid steel, and they were bent in the middle.
Well, they were trying properly.
I'm like, what the?
See if I can get some of this stuff.
And both CV joints were ripped out and crushed.
Jim, this is a proper Australian car.
Hang on.
Go.
I can't see it.
Here's some of my stuff, guys. I don't know if you can see it. You getting any
Oh.
decent shots of
Yeah, man.
you're getting a lot of reflection off the display cases.
Yep. Hang on. We'll bring it up, mate.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's these are some kits I've had around for a while. These two here, the bottom one's an M10 Jackson. That was 2002. That
One day I'll put mine in plastic.
yeah. Well, I do it to avoid the dust. This is one of my favorites here. The Japanese.
Oh, that's
plane.
nice.
Yeah, it's a KI-45 Nick. It's an old Nichimo kit that I built and took me about 3 days to paint it.
Nice looking hurricane in the background, but that's just
Hurricane.
biasness.
Oh yeah, that's the Airfix Sea Hurricane. Yeah. And then you got the Eduard Wildcat.
Martlet in the background.
Martlet, yeah, that's right. And then there's the P40.
Nice Spitfire.
And then yeah, that's the Eduard Spitfire. That's the one that I had a bit of a problem with building, but came out okay, and I managed to make it look good with the paint job.
Jason,
And
you should show him that flying.
Pardon me?
I have a video of that aircraft flying.
Oh,
He
okay.
I've got it somewhere.
Yep. And then there's a few more Japanese planes, torpedo bomber, KI-27 Nate, Tony.
I have a box full of them that I bought from a neighbour and built before he died.
Oh yeah, let me show you one more. There you go.
Oh, the Horton.
Yeah. Oh, let me. Here we go. Yeah, the KI. Yeah, the HO229. Yeah, that's an old Dragon kit that was the old DML. Remember those guys? TriMaster.
No, I'm not that old.
Okay. But anyway, I saw that at a hobby shop and I just had to have it. I love that thing. It's like a freaking flying boomerang.
A flying wing that the British wouldn't see coming because it didn't show up on radar.
Jimmy,
Yes, sir.
this used to be my daily driver. Hang on. Not one else. Hang on. Stop that one. This used to be my daily driver.
Got a HJ sedan there.
Here we go.
That's what you did
Yeah.
for a living? You drove that?
Yep.
Wow. That's big.
They replaced him with a woman.
Yeah, but you got fired real quick, didn't
Yeah, true.
you? Here's the
That's what I used to go to De Havilland's in.
the Kingswood.
HJ Kingswood. HX Kingswood.
HJ Premier.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
My old man had
384
one of those.
cubic inch 5 litre.
My old man had one of those. It was like, it was shit brown colour.
Yeah, that was baby cack beige. And that was my third year apprenticeship test. I got to
This will
build
give
the
you-
engine at work.
This will give you a scale, Jimmy.
You got it?
Holy cow.
That never
Yeah.
looks like Jason.
What, the truck or the bloke? That is me.
No, the 6-pack you got hanging on your wrist.
Yeah, that's me Parramatta bag.
That
I
is a big
made
truck.
sure I took
That is
that
a
to work
big
as
truck,
well.
mate.
Australia, they're a place where you can take a 6-pack to work.
Yeah, no, not there. So, but guys, we're at 2 hours and a bit now.
What again?
So, you, Jim, we'll be doing 11 o'clock next week, and a few of the other boys from the States.
I'll stay home.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I will be in Moranbah. I'm taking Tim to a BMX competition there. It's an 11-hour drive.
Yes.
Woo-hoo.
That's
Oh, so
why I
you're
was
coming down
driving that
south,
truck.
are you?
Sorry, mate.
So you're coming down south?
Well, it's kind of the same distance, yeah.
Moranbah, my God, yeah. That's my work.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
why I
long
drive that
trip.
truck.
11 and a half hours. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what you get
Sydney to
involved.
Melbourne, Jim.
Okay. Yeah, you guys. I mean, you guys got some distances between your where you live. That's for sure. It's you guys are all in Eastern Australia, right? On the Pacific coast side.
The East
Correct.
Coast, yes.
Yeah,
I went to Western Australia once. It took me 4 days to get there.
I bet. Yeah, I was going to say what in the middle of the country. What's out there? The desert.
Nothing.
Well,
Yep.
I drove up there, Jim. The wife and I rode up there. We were gone for a month on a motorbike with a trailer.
It took me 4 days to drive from Darwin back to Brisbane.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. Darwin's all the way on the other side, so northwest.
No, Darwin's up the top.
Darwin's up the
Central
top.
Yeah, up toward oh my God, why am
You
I?
get it.
Darwin.
Yeah, that's it. Right.
And the good thing about the drive from South Australia to Darwin is
Yeah.
there's no speed limits.
Is the
Oh,
drink
well, I wouldn't think so. There's nobody out there, right?
It's leaving Darwin. That's about it.
Oh,
Soon as
it is 130 now is the signed speed limit, but there's no one
Oh.
out there to police it.
Yes,
Well,
I remember the first time I drove to Western Australia. All the sign said was on the road was police patrol this road from the sky, and somebody had written underneath it was pigs in space.
Well, on that note, boys, we'll wrap it up. Thank you to everybody who joined us, watched us, liked us, and all that sort of stuff. We'll be here 11 o'clock next week. And you guys all take care. And we will catch you all later. See you guys.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks a lot. Bye bye.
everyone.
Thanks for inviting me.
Be good,
See you
be good
guys.
at it.
Take care.
Thanks for joining us, Jim and Bilge and James's.
Always feeling welcome.
Jason.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Well, thanks, mate.
Okay, bye bye. Look forward to the Tim Tams.
Yeah, they're on their way.